right, so here we go. I am shipping again. Here is my first item. It's a Wonder Art Stitch Crewel Kit. I am just going to stick it in a bubble mailer. Not much else I need to do with that. So I'm going to get it in there good, and then I'm just going to seal this off. I do have to measure the bubble mailers because they're not always the same size. All right, so this one is going to end up being 14 by 11 by 2. You do have to round up on those for the post office, and it weighs 5 ounces. All right, my next item is also going to be another needlepoint kit. This is one that is for keeping your like scissors in and stuff. It's definitely a vintage one. So I'm going to put this in its bubble mailer. And I know that it already from the last one, we're going to be 1411, and this is going to be 1411.1. And this one is going to weigh 5 ounces. All right, so this next is a pair of really cute little Ugg slippers. They're just some gray slippers. I am going to put these in a 10 by 10 by 5 box. They should fit pretty good. They're a little bit like, they're not big, but they are a little bulky. So this time I'm going to definitely try to remember to put my coupon in there, because you know I keep forgetting to do that. So I got my coupon in there. So I got that one. I remembered this time. I seem to be forgetting my coupons. So I have to start remembering to do that. So here we are, 10 by 10 by 5. And this box is going to weigh 2 pounds, 1 ounce. All right, so the next pair is this nice pair of Piccolino. These were one of those tall boots that I just picked up in that last haul. They are a beautiful pair of boots. I'm gonna make sure I get my coupon in there. And I did end up using a 10 by 10 by 5 box for those. You know, they do fold over. They're tall boots, but they do fold over. They're not stiff. So I've got those in there. Got that in there, and this box is going to weigh 2 pounds and 10 ounces. All right, so my next 2 items are going to the same buyer. She did get a beautiful Dooney & Burke purse. She also got a really nice Coach wristlet. So these are actually going to go together in a 15 10 by 4 box. I'm going to make sure that I put a little bit of peanuts in there, even though it doesn't really need much, just to kind of keep it in place. And then I did put my coupon in there. So this one is 15 10 by 4. And I have a couple of orders in this grouping that are customers bought more than one item. And thank you so much. I know at least one of them is a viewer. So thank you so much for your purchase. So we've got our 15 10 by 4 box, and it's going to weigh 2.9 ounces. So the next 2 items are some sandals, and these are some beautiful ones. She did get a pair of Dansko sandals. She also got a pair, and this was another double order one. She also got a pair of Cole Haan. And with these type of shoes, I'm gonna leave them like this. And the reason is I don't want the buckles to scratch themselves on either pair. So they're gonna go in a 10 by 10 by 5 box. I'm just gonna put a little bit of peanuts in there and make sure my coupon goes right on top. And that's it. So it's just an easy, quick one. But when they have buckles on the shoes, I always try to be careful to make sure that they are not rubbing against each other, because they will scratch up the leather. So I made sure that they weren't touching leather. So here we go. 10 10 5, 2 pairs of shoes. And that is going to weigh 2 pounds and 5 ounces. All right, so I did have to stop for I had some questions coming on eBay. This is one of those really nice Ralph Lauren barn jackets that I picked up at the sale with all of the Ralph Lauren. So you know that those were some nice pieces. It's going right in, I want to say a 12 by 12 by 6. Yeah, 12 by 12 by 6 box. My voice is still coming back, so sorry if I cut out a little bit on you. I don't mean to. So this is one of those barn jackets, and it's going out. So I've got it in a box, and it is going to weigh 1 pound, 15 ounces. All right, so this next item is this little fossil. This is a straw and leather purse. You don't see fossil straw and leather purses that often. So I am gonna put this in, I used a 12 by 6 by 6 box. I'm just gonna put a little bit of peanuts in there. I'll stick my little coupon in there and get this taped up. Alrighty, and there goes that one right there. Perfect. And that is going to weigh 1 pound, 5 ounces. All right, so the next items that sold, and she actually bought 4 of them. These are the Williamsburg bowls. They're hand painted. They're made by Iden Pottery. They have the steer, and then they had the rooster, and they're all hand painted. So they vary a little in color, but she bought all 4 of them. So we're gonna obviously get these wrapped up in plastic. I did already grab a box. I didn't make it up yet, just because I needed to make sure, you know, that they would all fit in that box. So I'm gonna get them wrapped up, and then sometimes when I wrap them, it usually gives me like a better idea of, you know, the size of the box. So I just wanted to get those, get the 4 bowls wrapped up, and then I'll decide what size of the box. I do assume it's going to be a 12 by 12 by 12. But sometimes it's hard to tell until you finally have them all wrapped. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more. I've got to grab some more bubble wrap here. All right, I did grab a whole nother thing of bubble wrap, so I had to put that up, so it took me just a minute. So let me get all this wrapped up here. So I don't mind when people do this, because, you know, I have the bowls set up as 2 and 2. But because she actually, you know, found them, and I believe she may have been the person that bought the other bowls before this. I had some other ones that had Cleveland Bay horses on it. They were all made by Iden Pottery, though, for Williamsburg, and I have a feeling she bought those too. So she probably just wanted to finish off the set, and who could blame her? These are so nicely done. So those are a nice thing. You know, there is a lot of things that I find here that are, you know, native to Williamsburg, because, you know, that was the influence that they came from. So we do have a lot of things here that are, you know, specialty items that I may see more often here than you may see in other places. For example, Buyer's Choice is one of those. I see so much Buyer's Choice here because of the Williamsburg collection. They're very primitive, colonial looking. So there are things here that I do see a lot of that, you know, you may not see in other parts of, you know, the country or in other countries. So here we go. We got our last one. All right, I'm going to put my scissors up there. I've got all 4 bowls wrapped, and I do believe it's going to fit in my 12 by 12 box. So let me go ahead and get the box put together, and I will have to get the peanuts and all that together as well. But let me go ahead and grab this box right here. All right, I'm going to get you guys started back again here. I've got my 12 by 12 box. I am going to just fill around these and make sure there's just a little bit on the top, because I'm going to go ahead and, you know, make sure and stuff it down in the side, and then I'm going to put the next bowl in. Hopefully they'll fit this way. If not, I might have to come up with another scenario, but I think it'll be okay. And we'll go this way, one more. It does look like I'm going to be able to get them in here, but I will need some more peanuts. So let's go ahead and sneak over here and get some more peanuts. All right. Yeah, I know. Doesn't everybody have a peanut hopper in their garage, right? It's well used. All right, last one is going to go right on top. I actually am going to put a peanuts on here. This does have some flex in it, so I'm not really all worried about it being at the top. What I am gonna do though is I'm gonna put a piece of cardboard, and I have old pieces. These are just sitting here left over from something. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick this right on the top, press it down. Try not to forget my coupon. I almost did it. Try not to forget the coupon. And then I'm just gonna put that in like this. And that is well packaged in there. I mean, it's got a lot of protection. It's got peanuts on the bottom, peanuts on the top, so it should be just fine. There's nothing moving inside that box. So that'll work just fine. And we'll get this all taped up. I'm gonna put a little extra tape on it just because it is gonna be a little bit heavier. And then I'm obviously gonna make sure I get my fragile stickers on there. I feel good about putting these on my boxes. I don't know if they are well received, but it's just something I do. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I already know this is a 12 by 12 by 12 box. And pull this forward a little bit. Make sure my scale is set to 0. So that way it is going to be 5 pounds and 14 ounces.